Wedding crashers exposed. She walked into the church in a white dress, not a shade off from mine, and I felt my stomach drop before my brain could even catch up. That was my fiancé's ex, the one he'd sworn was barely an acquaintance, now standing in front of everyone, smiling like she'd been invited. The shocked whispers started immediately. My maid of honor's hand squeezed mine so tightly my fingers went numb, but all I could focus on was the way his face lost all color the second he saw her. He didn't move, didn't speak, just stared at her like he'd seen a ghost, except his eyes weren't scared. They were guilty. She marched right up to the altar, ignoring the priest's protests, locking eyes with my fiancé. "Tell her," she said, voice steady, not a hint of embarrassment. My fiancé's mother gasped. Silence stretched so long I thought I might pass out. Finally, he turned to me and mumbled, "I'm sorry. I thought I could make this work." My mind raced back over the late-night phone calls he brushed off, the sudden business trips, the way he'd always seemed just a little too eager for me to trust him. It hit me then, she hadn't crashed my wedding. She'd come to collect what was still hers. Before I could process, his ex pulled a folded piece of paper from her purse and handed it to me. It was a lease agreement, both their names in bold, dated last month. "He never moved out," she said, voice trembling now. "He told me he was just sorting things out and that you were a phase." My knees nearly buckled. I looked at him, saw his jaw clench, and realized he hadn't picked me, he'd settled for me. The crowd started to murmur, some even getting up to leave, as I stood frozen in my own humiliation. But here's the twist, standing there, dress heavy and heart shattered, I felt a wave of relief so pure I almost laughed. I'd spent months convincing myself he loved me, ignoring every gut feeling, every red flag for the sake of a picture-perfect future. It took his ex, in a wedding dress, to finally show me the truth. I was never anyone's backup plan except my own. I dropped the ring on the altar, walked out into the sunlight, and left them both to their mess.